We got the 6AL box. This is the main fuse that connects the alternator to the car to charge the system.
Right.
And then there's the actual fuse box for the whole car. So in a Camaro, it would have normally been down there.
Okay.
Pain in the butt to get to.
Sure.
And it utilizes a bulkhead that we didn't want to see the wires on the other side of the firewall.
Right, right.
So we moved it to here and then ran all the wiring.
And plus this makes this user friendly.
Yeah.
Your customer's going to go, wow, look at this.
So this is the burnout button.
The burnout button for the line lock.
For the line lock.
Okay.
This
Awesome.
is a 6-speed manual. Trim it. The inside, this is a charging station for your phone.
For your phone.
Wireless charging station.
Right.
These are all 4 power windows, AC controls. The
So
vents.
those are your windows.
Yes, sir. All 4 power windows.
Which helps keep the console clean here.
Yep.
Yeah, and the doors clean.
He did not want a console per se. He wanted a sheet metal transmission cover. Everything in this interior is 100% handmade.
The whole interior.
Oh, this dash is, you can't even buy it.
Wow.
We made this out of sheet metal. This bolster, what I call it, is made out of a piece of 1-inch thick starboard plastic that I routed and shaped and then had it covered in leather. The door cards, these tops are sheet metal, this part's aluminum, this part's plastic. This is hand bead rolled and dimple dyed in-house. This is hand bead rolled and dimple dyed in-house. This was laser cut by Jay. And then this actually is a piece of aluminum flat stock from Ace Hardware.
Sure.
I bent, shaped, grained, and then made all the mounting points.
Wow.
This is 3 layers of 1-inch starboard stacked together, shaped, routed. There is no key to the car.
No?
No. So ignition. Over. Start button. Fuel pump. Water pump. Electric fans. We wanted it as race inspired as possible. This car has no radio.
Right.
No sound deadening material.
Right.
It's 4-inch exhaust from the header's back.
Oh my God.
A motor made about 860 all motor, naturally aspirated. Trying to squeeze a little bit more power out of it with the fuel injection setup, a little bit better tuning, maybe a camshaft swap. Got a lot of cool stuff. The trunk is all done. The only key is actually in the trunk.
This is awesome, dude. And it's
Made an access panel in the floor to get to the big fuel pump in case something happens to the fuel pump. The too much is a charcoal canister vent for the tank, so you don't get the fuel smell from the garage. The sheet metal panels are all handmade in the back just to cover the ugly back part of the seat. If you look, stick the camera in there and look up, you'll see there's an actual rear harness bar for the rear seat belts.
Oh yeah.
There.
Yeah,
there,
I see them.
That goes from wheel tub to wheel tub. It's mounted securely for the rear 4-point harness.
Seatbelt mount. Yep.
This is the main power fuse for the main power feed that comes off the battery to the front of the car. This is the on-off for the car. That's it.
Huh.
You use your key.
Key here, come
key there,
click.
key there, click it to on, get in there, and flip all your switches and go. So we do LED courtesy lights for dome as well as footwell. So it's white LED. So when you come in the car, your right switch is your auxiliary, or when you turn your key forward to the aux position. So it turns everything on. See my burnout button?
Yeah.
See my backlit shift indicator glows red. That's the shift pattern for the 6-speed. I have red light, mood lighting inside of my charging station. So the cool part is this is my shift light. This is my high beam indicator. This is my left turn signal. This is my right turn signal.
And you cut that in there like that.
And made
That's badass.
Made it
man.
with acrylic.
That's badass.
This gauge was a column mount or dash mount big gaudy gauge with a big shift light on it. It's the only way to get this cool looking mechanical adjustment, right? We took it apart. We took the output and put it inside this LED. So when you go to set, how bright that is. When you go to set, that comes on, you need a shift.
Right.
But the cool part is watch the indicator down there. See how it's red backlit? When you need to shift, it turns amber, just like the shift light. And then when you shift, it goes back to red.
Wow.
Why? Because we can.
Because you can.
There's no other reason why it should.
Because it's one off
up there,
but it's one off.
It's something that he can tell his. Check that out. These switches here, that's headlights. Up will be parking lights. Middle is off. Down will be headlights and parking lights. This is your low wipers, off, and high wipers. Everything is on toggles. Everything's gated. He wanted a super race inspired look.
One of a kind car.
This bezel we built, we designed, and we had laser cut This bezel we designed had laser cut. So there's very few items in this car that you can buy. Steering wheel you can buy, console, pedals are made by Clayton Machine. These are even kind of custom. We cut them down and reshaped them down to work.
The rocker panel covers, yeah.
The kick panels are handmade with the sheet metal inserts. Set the
I
console
keep hearing their same refrain, handmade here on
Everything's
site.
handmade right here.
Everything's
Even
handmade
this
here.
harness bar is handmade
This harness bar.
100%. We actually
Yep, you can
bought
see it
some
coming up and
used
around.
ones,
Uh-huh.
and then we cut them down and then reshaped them to make them our own. But we could not find one that mounted to the floor that we could use. And we also did a tripod. You can kind of see it going down into the seat. So that harness bar, if you shine back to the bottom of the seat, it's got two anchor points to go to the middle of the seat. You undo those 3 bolts, and those bolts inside, and that whole harness bar will come out, and you can utilize only the crotch belts, and somebody could get back there.